Any breakup is painful, whether it's the unraveling of a 7-year marriage or the abrupt crash of a 6-week fling. The effect is still jarring. The impact is so profound that people struggling for a prescription to that level of pain, not knowing how to dispense Percocet, dole out ibuprofen. So going through a breakup makes you lay down and you're not tired, makes you eat and you're not hungry, makes you isolated when you don't have to be alone. A therapist once told me the only thing closer to death is a divorce. And a divorce, watch this, you still feel like a part of you has died. When you reach that level of pain, friends who have no clinical psychology training give you one piece of advice. Here's what they tell you: take care of yourself. Implying, don't go off on the deep end. Don't get caught in the middle of something stupid, and don't start a cycle that will be regrettable and damnable. What they're trying to say to you is don't go under somebody trying to get over somebody. For something to be broken means it's not working, whether it's a car or a computer. But those are inanimate, so they don't impact us the same. They bring us inconvenience, not indigestion. Love is the only thing, I want to say this to you as a thesis statement, love is the only thing everybody in this room has been hurt by but still wants. God. Your brain fires synapses when you're going through a breakup. So it's trying to make sense out of something that is illogical and something that in fact brings you beyond your own rationale. A 2010 study published in the Journal of Neurophysiology found that when people are shown pictures of their exes, activity is induced in the brain that registers physical pain. And so people who don't know you well will screenshot or forward you your ex Instagram posts as if they think you want to see it. The enemy, my dear friends, is in pain whenever he sees a picture of you happy, because the enemy swore that you would always be miserable. So the enemy can't understand how it is that you are happy when you have found life without them. The area of the enemy's brain cannot comprehend, after all of the psychological trauma you went through in the breakup, that you found happiness, here's your shout, with yourself. And they don't even know they did you a favor, because the breakup is really what helped you grow up. Because you had to, in fact, move off a fantasy island and buy a one-way ticket on the Love Boat to figure out, if I don't love me, then nobody else will figure out how to do it. So when it is that you've gone through enough breakups, you build a level of resilience that people who have never been hurt can't identify with. Being, watch this, the victim of a breakup, this is getting ready to help you, raises your gift of discernment. So when you raise that gift of discernment, as soon as I see a character trait that reminds me of the person that wounded me, I'll start running in the opposite direction. You don't look like them, you don't dress like them, but because you did one thing, y'all ain't saying nothing to me, then my warning sign begins to go off saying this is not it. You got to find something else. I'm talking to those of you, watch this, that are Teflon Don when it comes to relationships, because your comeback game is so strong that folk don't even know how many times you've been wounded. It is hard for you to articulate that you were wounded, here's your shout, by somebody who wasn't even worth it. So you trying to figure out, why did I make that kind of emotional investment for somebody who can't afford who I am? Because the price of being with somebody this anointed is beyond your credit score. I don't even know how you qualified for a conversation, because what it is that I bring to the table, when all you got is a fork, I'm the spoon and the knife, and you don't know I'll cut you without even blinking, because there is a resilience in me that does not want to live through that kind of trauma. The areas in your brain that become active, watch this, are the same ones, this is getting ready to blow your mind. The areas of your brain that become active after a breakup are the same areas of the brain that are mobilized for a cocaine addict. So after a breakup, watch this, you go through, not even knowing that's what it is, withdrawal. So you know that it is not healthy, you know that it is not meaningful, but the crazy part of you still misses them. Talk, Jamal. Watch this. And so you're trying to figure out, how can I move past something that I know is not helpful or beneficial for me? All I need is a season to get back on my feet. Where it is that the enemy got me is I fell in love when I was weak. Y'all ain't saying nothing.